Hey, good morning. Today, July 17th, celebration is going to kick off. 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. Are you guys excited? So, if you haven't noticed, I posted about 2 hours ago here in Impact Makers that all of the whole blend products are now available. So we have the whey-based shakes, vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. We have plant-based shakes. We have a new whole blend peanut butter bar, which tastes amazing. Those are all available. And those are all available for you guys to order in the back office. Here's the great thing too. Say someone wants to enroll today and they want to enroll with the brand new shakes into a package, that is available too. And so it's all ready, it's all there. You can buy a new product bundle. So it has the shakes, has the bars, has a blender, one of those ProMix blenders in it, all as a new bundle in your back office. So guys, go check that stuff out. Here's something I want to share with you. I'm going to read this to you now. I just saw my friend Hayden Vavra share it. I'm not sure where he got it, but I think it's really cool. And so this is what I want to share with you guys about Vitamers, okay? Introducing Vitamers. There's a place for compromise, just not here. Not where you get the nutrition you need to fuel your day. Think all nutrition products are the same. Think again. Everything from how your daily supplement is sourced to how it's processed impacts the overall quality. And all too often we end up making compromises, but not anymore, not with Vitamers. What is a Vitamer? Nutritional integrity without compromises. New food processing technology means we harness and stabilize naturally occurring vitamins in ways we never could before. Until recently, we could only isolate and process a fraction of the Vitamers within a vitamin. Now only we are able to do more. Now we are able to do more. I guess, hold on. Here's how it works. A handful of spinach gives a great vitamin and vitamin diversity. But when we consume synthesized vitamins, we miss out on the Vitamers that are difficult to process. We need those Vitamers for complete nutrition. They fill in the gaps of specific vitamin intake, much like sand or small pebbles fill in the gaps between large rocks in a jar. So how do we get both? Convenient nutrition plus vitamin density. We've got an idea. Whole blend. It's our solution for convenient, complete nutrition. Time to stop compromising. We've got more Vitamer info on the way. No handful of spinach required. Okay, so I'm not sure where Hayden grabbed that. I'm guessing it was somewhere where, Isagenix released information. Gonna see more information. Maybe it was in the toolkit. Maybe I missed it. But anyways, I thought that was a great description of what to share with people. Obviously, there's some allusion to some images with a jar filling in the holes with rocks and pebbles. But let me just share that is available, to share with people. What is Whole Blend about? Well, that's what it's about. That is, this 2.0 change along with some of the new imagery we're going to start seeing more and more. You're already seeing it some places in the back office. We're going to see more as the day goes on. Exciting stuff. So what does today look like beyond that? And I'm going to get to your question, Chelsea. Bear with me. Is, this afternoon, again at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern, celebration is going to kick off. I'm going to share this with you guys because I think you guys know that I don't hold anything back. If I have something and I know it can be of value to you, what do? I share it. So let me find this email. Come on. I know it's here. Jamie Steve. Okay, so this is the schedule for tonight at 6:30 Pacific or 6:30 Eastern. DJ Skinamax is going to be on playing some tunes. At 7 o'clock is the opening experience. 7:15 we have the Cougars. 7:20 is the brand new Isagenix brand reveal. 7:45 is technology. 7:55 is product. 8:30 close. All right. That's the schedule for the day. Tomorrow, 11:30, DJ Skinamax is Maddox is on the turnstiles. Day 2 opens at noon Eastern. Share the Shot at 12:10. We have all the country launch updates at 12:25. Kathy Coover comes up and talks about her new book, Resilient, at 12:50. At 1:20, Emily Vavra is going to be sharing the U 2.0. Then we're going to have the leadership panel, of which Lindsay Hofber shared yesterday about being on that. So she's going to be there. The close with Eric. Then we jump into the breakouts. So at 4 o'clock through 7:30, you're going to be able to listen and watch any of the breakouts you want to watch. You know, Laura Stevens is going to share today about her breakout. You have Natalia Mulieri and Whitney Beers talking about social media. I'm also going to share a leadership component. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then we go into another session with DJ Skidamax Maddox at 7:30 and Gala Awards at 8 o'clock. Those are all Eastern times. Here's what I'm going to do with you guys. Because I love you guys and because I want people to know when, how, what to get the most of it, do you think I should share that schedule? Do you want me to share that schedule? I'll share that schedule, but I need somebody to say, yeah, you want me to share that schedule. So while we go back to that, Chelsea, do we need to update our recommended cards? Man, I would go check that out. I'm not sure, and that's a great question that I can ask, but I know probably the easiest way to, look at that is go check out those managed carts and see if they aren't necessarily already updated. So I'm just looking at it as we're talking, and I'm looking at this cart that we made for Jessica, dairy free. And if I look at the weight loss basic, oh, you know what? It's already updated. How cool is that? So I just took a look at this, and for Jessica, it's a dairy free, plant based, and already in that weight loss basic pack, it is whole blend, plant-based isolene shake. So it's already updated. So it's already updated with the new products. Isn't that cool? Okay, so guys, as soon as I get off of this, actually, I don't even have to wait till as soon as I get off of it. I'm going to open up another browser tab of Impact Makers. I am going to just plug this in, global celebration schedule, because this is why I want you guys to be able to see what's going on, know when to hop on, know when to be there, because I think that's more important than necessarily thinking, oh, I don't know what's going on. All right. So if I get in trouble for sharing this with you, I'll ask for forgiveness. I'd much rather you guys know, hey, I can't make this, I can't make that. Oh, I want to make this. Make sure you guys are there. All right. Boom. Posted. That is available. You guys know the schedule. The recommended carts are already updated. Is that good? All right. I promised this the other day. I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about leadership. Is that okay? Can I do that? Can I bore you or indulge you with a little bit? So, some of you guys don't know, and maybe you don't know this, that one of the things that I devoted myself to a couple years ago was really trying to find a mentor. And in that process, Kelly and I randomly, and it was probably 3 years, almost 3 years exactly. We were, she was laying on the bed, scrolling on Instagram, and it was in the afternoon. We were just chatting, and she comes across this advertisement for a leadership course with John Maxwell. And part of my goals for that year was to find a mentor. And, I'd reached out to people, I'd thought about joining masterminds, and it's just one of those things that it just didn't sit right with me. I wanted to be able to follow and model a person that I respected their values. And I'll be honest, at this point, I had read one of John's books, just one, and it was How Successful People Think. And so we ended up joining this program because I was looking for a mentor, and we thought, hey, we need to grow, we need to learn, let's go do that. And leadership was something that we recognized at that point was going to be the catalyst for us in our business. And that's something I realized that I wanted to grow in. So we joined this Executive Circle program is what it was called, and that introduced me really in depth to leadership in the world of John Maxwell. I've been grateful and thankful because I've learned so much, and it kind of sparked this interest to learn more and more and more and more in leadership and really devote myself to the study of it. And what's funny looking back, and I had someone ask the other day, they're like, oh, what industry do you think leadership is the most important? I'm like, it doesn't matter. If there's people involved, dude, it's all leadership. It is all recommended. I was talking about a podcast yesterday, and an author, his name is Chad Veach. He just wrote a new book. It's called Help, I Work with People. And I'm excited to read it. It comes out here in August. I have the first chapter. I'm going to peruse through it, and I'm guessing there's going to be some great information come from that. And again, I think that's, hey, if you work with people, whether that is yourself as a person or anyone else, leadership is a key element. And so in that process, I've really learned. And it's exciting to me see and understand my failures in the past, but also where I'm trying to grow and learn in leadership. And so I was asked to present on leadership, and Kelly and I, all right, let's be honest. It wasn't just me. They asked Kelly. And Kelly's like, no, I don't speak. And one of the things that we realize is we have two totally different styles. Two totally different. I am very comfortable here in front of a camera. I'm very comfortable on stage. It does not bother me. And I've done a lot of that over the years, going back to when I was a little kid. I've done speaking. So it's comfortable for me. And so I said, hey, I'll do it. Kelly's out. It's like, okay, great. You're going to get me. And so the topic is developing leaders to develop a large organization. And I think if we look back, a lot of this Kelly did, and Kelly did inherently, and I just get to speak on it. And one of the first things that she did, and her sister and Kayla Craft, kind of linked arms together and said, hey, we need to go take time and strategize. That was the start of the program, Earn Your Wings, our 2-star and above event. That morphed into, having 22, I think the next year, up until like 150, 175 people. We had a couple years where we had a men's event, Gladiator Summit. Last year we had John Maxwell at our event at Celebration, where again, it was this leadership development program. And, so one of the things that I really, have understood there, and I think I again give this kudos to Kelly, because this is really her. And it's something that I've continued to learn and grow, and I've had my blind spots here, is it's not about you. And correct me if I'm wrong, and I hope you guys understand, it's not about us. It's not about, hey, how can you guys help us, be recognized more? No, it's not about that. And to me, that is the number one attribute to developing leaders to grow an organization, is understand first, it's not about you. It's how can you serve people? What can you do to help them and help them move to where they want to go? And leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And that title, that definition comes from John Maxwell. And I think when you understand that, and when I talked about influence yesterday, it's understanding that this whole idea of getting to a point, you not only have to lead yourself, but once you take on the position and role to lead others, you have a responsibility to care for them and help guide them. But if you're too far away from them, if you're just blazing a trail and no one wants to follow you, you're just on a hike. You're not going anywhere. And so that's where I look at it from a developing point of view, is have to take responsibility. And I can remember the very first experience that I had when I came into, Isagenix full time, which was about 7 years ago. And I sat down at a meeting, and I sat down at this meeting with Andrea Watson, Amelia Myers, Kayla Craft, Danielle Thompson. I'm not sure if anyone else was there. And we met at, Danielle and Ross's gym in Bakersfield, California. And I sat down, I was like, what can I do to help? I'm here kind of doing some things. And one of the things that we talked about at that meeting was I had seen this penchant towards everyone trying to do everything. Oh, I need to, do all the I need to answer all the nutrition questions. I need to do all this. I need to do all that. And it's like, man, for the things that I've learned, that doesn't quite match from a standpoint of do what you're great at. Do what you love and enjoy. And if you do something different, you're going to get burnt out. And, I encourage them to say, hey, who loves to, product coach? Who loves to, talk to people about the business? Who loves to host at that point the launch parties? I'm like, guys, delegate each other. You're here, all work together. Instead of everyone trying to do it separately, by themselves, collaborate, work together. And that was one of the first, kind of opportunities that I felt it was like, hey, how can we accomplish more together? And that leads into this second point of, doing things to develop a large team is being willing to empower and say, hey, you know what? I'm good at some things. I'm not great at everything. And the moment you try to paint on this, that I have to do everything, you're holding yourself and everyone else back. And so those are some of the lessons that I learned. That's just a snippet in my experience. And Here's the last thing that I'm going to share with you guys. And this has been on my heart. I actually reached out to the John Maxwell Company yesterday to be able to get this resource. And I'm going to share this because there's going to be a resource available for you guys today as part of my leadership presentation. Is you're going to be able to take an assessment. You're going to be able to take an assessment of kind of where you're at in your levels of influence. I reference in the presentation the 5 levels of leadership by John Maxwell. And, he built an assessment through that. Shannon Fisher, who is a wonderful Canadian leader, she developed kind of some questions to use within Isagenix. And so that assessment's going to be available. And what that can do is it can help you identify blind spots. And I reached out to John Maxwell Company because when we first started a couple years ago, I had the opportunity to take an assessment, share an assessment, and actively understand some of my blind spots. And that was probably the most humbling, hard times that I had ever had, because it was like, man, really, it's like that, but that's not like it. So then I had to dig deeper and understand, why is it like that? And, understanding those blind spots are what helps you grow and move. And sometimes we don't want to face blind spots, or sometimes we don't think we want to understand blind spots. And I, as I reached out to my mentor, Mark Cole yesterday, I said, hey, I want to grow my leadership to another level. And right now I understand in order to do that, I got to understand blind spots I don't know. And I'm going to ask you guys, if there's a blind spot I don't know about, if I've done something, if I'm actively doing something, man, please tell me. I don't want to do it to, make life harder on you. I don't want it to be more difficult. I don't want it to be where I can't help you guys accomplish everything that you thought you could and then more. That's my heart, is I want to serve and help people so they can accomplish things they never thought possible. And if I have a blind spot that's holding that back, well, I need to know that. And I need to know that so I can grow and adjust. And so my encouragement to you guys today is, as you're, tomorrow listening to that leadership presentation, there's an assessment, and take that. Take that assessment and use it to help you start to identify, where are some of my blind spots? Because I know from my past experience, when I started to identify those blind spots, and here let me kind of interject. There is no one in this world that doesn't have blind spots. Every single person has a blind spot. And it's just a matter of, do you want to accept that and open up to it? Or do you want to kind of block it out and say, no, I don't have to deal with that. Because the person says, I don't want to have to deal with that, I'm just going to suggest this, then you're not going to grow as a person. And that's just plain and simple by my experience. So that's a quick few minute kind of experience, my own journey, a little bit what I talk about in the leadership developing leaders for our large organization. And here's the thing, is you put the number on large, because I would say the key to any organization is developing leaders. What's wrong, Lily? So this is Lily. My daughter dropped her off. She wants to get down and run around. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go take care of her. Excited for you guys to, take part in today. Try out the whole blend shake. Talk to people about shakes. Find out more information about Vitamers. Enjoy the breakouts tomorrow. I know we're going to have some great breakouts from a lot of great people, and I just appreciate you guys. And here's the thing. I ask you this. If you're thinking, man, I don't know if I should tell them that, tell me. Open it up. I share in this, actually in this presentation, Meredith Franklin did that about a month or so ago. And I'm so appreciative that she was willing to say, you know what, I trust Tyler enough. I know Tyler enough. He didn't mean to do this, but I'm going to tell him about it. And it was a great experience for me to say, yeah, I didn't know if I was handling that right. And she confirmed, no, I didn't handle it right. And so I would say this for myself is that, I need that. And if there's a blind spot that you guys can tell me about, please send me a message. Tell me about it. I'd love to know. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you guys later.